My guest this morning is Dr. Adetokunbo Pierce. Dr. Adetokunbo Pierce is a well-known PDP stalwart, and so when they see you here, it's giving the game away that we're going to be talking about PDP. But PDP has been, in the news. It always is in the news, but in recent times, because it has come to an agreement that seems to have been a long time coming. I'm talking here about the candidate of the party for the presidential election in 2027. Now the PDP has said, we have zoned it to the south. That seemed to have been something that was impossible before, but now they've come together, held a meeting and said, indeed, that is the case. We have zoned it to the south. The chairman, Ambassador Damagun, remains the chairman. Talk to us a bit about this, because I see that not everybody in the PDP is happy about this. In fact, some blocs from the north say that this is not democratic at all, and in fact have warned its members that this thing that we have done, so there's the possibility that it could cost us valuable, precious votes in the election. So maybe it was an observation, maybe it was a subtle threat. How do you see it?
In a democracy, people have different views, and they will express their views. You said in your introduction that this was something that seemed impossible before. That is totally untrue. Let me explain why. We don't zone. In the past, we never actually state categorically the way we've done this time that we have zoned the presidency to the south or to the north. What we do, according to the constitution of the party, is we zone the national chairmanship to the north or the south. And then based on what transpires there, we determine where the presidency will go. This is how it works in the PDP. This is how it worked in the past before now. Because in 2023...
You said based on what happens, what transpires there?
At the election of the national chairman.
Okay.
So what we normally do is, according to the Constitution, we have the elective national chairmanship election, the convention, as we're going to have now in Ibadan on the 15th and 16th of November this year. Once we have that, if a northerner emerges, and this will happen in 2023, if a northerner emerges as the national chairman, that's our national chairman. That chairman will be in place from November till next year when we have the primaries of the presidential. If a northerner emerges as the presidential candidate of the party in that primaries next year, then the northerner who has been elected national chairman will have to step down, so that a southerner will now replace that person. And the southerner that will replace that person is already in place. That is the deputy national chairman north from the same zone will become the acting national chairman.
Okay. That
is the way it works. So that our presidential candidate will not come from the north and our national chairman from the north. That's what caused the problem in 2023. When Wike and some other governors decided that this would not stand, it was not as if we wanted Atiku to leave. No, it was not that Atiku did not snatch the election. It was democratically agreed that he would run because they sold the form to him. They allowed everybody to run with this gentleman agreement that if another, Ayu was supposed to step down. He agreed, it's on record that he would step down. He said it, but he didn't step down. That's what caused the lacuna and caused problems. So this time round, having learned from the experience of the 2023, the party organs decided that they would zone. They would declare it categorically, this is going to the north, this is going to the south. That's what they've done.
Well, yeah, thank you very much for that explanation so that people who, you know, are not necessarily even close to politics sort of will understand it now. But there are those who are saying that by preemptively is the word they use, preemptively zoning the presidential ticket to the South, the PDP appears to be constraining what they refer to as the fundamental rights of people from the North, for instance, from, you know, and who are qualified, otherwise qualified, from being able to satisfy their aspiration.
Well, there are rules that govern everybody. Today is the turn of the South. Tomorrow it will be the turn of the North. So that is the way it works. That is fairness. Now, people who are saying this is not democratic, they don't agree, they are totally misled, because the party did not decide to zone to the South, the presidency to the South and the national chairman to the North by fiat. It was an agreement of all the organs of the party, the Board of Trustees, the National Working Committee, the Governors Forum, the National Executive Committee, the People's Democratic Institute, all the organs of the party and all the chapters of the party in every state of the federation took part in the discussions that transpired May 27 at the NEC meeting. By the way, the NEC meeting is a meeting of all these bodies put together. That is why it becomes the most powerful organ of the party. Once they decide. So these people who are saying, some Northerners saying, this is a minority dissent, you know? Okay. And in a democracy, people can express their views. There's no way everybody will agree on everything. This decision was made by most of the people who actually made the decision, the governors. Most of our governors are from the North. So, you understand me? So this was not something that Southerners decided on at the exclusion of anybody. This was something that was agreed on in a democratic and logical way by the whole party. So there will be people who disagree, but they're in the minority.
How about the